What's going on, guys? Spazzy here. So with the recent patch of 1.1 in Once Human, the devs has introduced to us animal ranching. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how to catch them, how to set it up, what to feed them, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up your Mematic page and go to your logistics tab. And on the far right, you'll be able to see animal capture. So go ahead and unlock that. You'll be able to craft a whistle, essentially allowing you to summon your animal once it's at a high enough tameness level, and a tranquilizer throwing needle that you're going to be needing to actually capture your first animal. So once you have your tranquilizer needle unlocked, you want to go to your supply bench, and I would suggest making at least 20 to 30 of these because you're going to go through quite a bit of these. They work just like any other tactical item. You put them on your hotbar and you equip it, and essentially it's like a little dart that you throw. Now, to actually capture the animal that you want, the first thing that you'll need to check is on the animal's health bar, you'll see a white line. So if it doesn't have that white line, it means you cannot capture that animal. So what you're going to want to do is get its health bar below that white line. That's when you can use the tranquilizer to capture the animal. After you use the tranquilizer, they will fall asleep, and that's when you have the chance to walk up to them and simply capture them. They would go right into your inventory, and it's that easy. One thing to note, however, is if you take too long to actually go up to it and capture it, they will wake up from your tranquilizer and you will need to use another dart, essentially. By the way, if you guys want to know where I'm farming these bears, there's a cool bear cave that is just filled with bears. I'll leave it on screen, the coordinates to the entrance, so you guys can check it out if you're looking to also tame some bears. Also, another thing to note is that the animals that you tame actually do have a weight to them, so you can become over encumbered. What you can do is discard them on the ground like I am, the ones that you don't want. The ones that have a lower grade rating, I'll get to that in a moment, what that is. Or alternatively, you can actually sell them to your Eternal Land shop for some dust. Another thing to note is that similar to most items in the game, you can actually put them in a storage container. It doesn't look like they have a spoil timer or anything like that. Next thing I want to talk about is the grade system that I mentioned earlier. What is the grade system? Every time that I hover over one of the animals that we've caught, they have a specific grade tied to them. At the lowest grade, you have grade C, only one characteristic trait. Grade B can have 2, grade A can have 3, and at the very top, a grade S animal can have 4 characteristic traits. Now, what are characteristic traits? They are little perks or buffs that the animal can have, and it seems to me to be completely random. They unlock at a certain tameness level, the first one being at level 20, then 50, and you get another one at 80, and if you have an S tier, another one at 80. So now that you've caught your amazing S tier animal, what you can do now is head back to your base and begin the rest of the taming process. What you're going to want to do is set up a nice little cozy area for your animal to live. I prefer to use these defensive walls. And then you're going to put down a platform, and on top of that, you're going to put down the feeding trough that you will need to fill with food and water to keep your animal fed and happy. One thing to note is you can actually only have up to 6 farm animals in your base at a time, it seems. That is the maximum capacity as of right now. So to feed your animal, it's actually super simple. You're going to go to your Mematic tree, and then you're going to unlock the feeding trough as well as the various different types of food that you can give to your animals. And where you make them is actually at your stove, so you can cook these with various different types of ingredients such as grain, meat, and there's actually a special one that requires deviant energy, and that one essentially what it does is, as you can see, I have a bear that is naturally caught and it was level 30 something. If you feed your animal this deviant food, what it'll essentially do is boost it up to the maximum level. So yeah, if you plan on using your animal in combat and you want it to have the maximum stats possible, the most health, then I would highly suggest start farming those deviant ingredients to make this feed. It only requires one per animal. And the great thing about these feed items is you can actually toss them in the freezer. As you can see right here, they're gonna last 69 days, insanely long compared to, as you can see, the meat lasting only 1 day. The tameness level of your animal that you caught will naturally increase. All you have to do is make sure it is fed. Another thing that you don't have to worry about is your bunnies that basically kill animals around your base for food. It completely ignores your farm animal, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's anything I missed, please leave a comment, and I would love to hear what you guys discovered about this whole animal farming ranch thing. And one thing I'm excited to try is using the whistle and summoning your companion in battle and see, what kind of wacky things we can do with that. So if you're interested in that video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.